Good morning, everyone. Welcome to What's Up Wednesday. My name is Erin. Sorry, I have a little bit of a scratchy throat today, traveling with the holidays and everything. You know, it gets crazy. But Happy New Year. Welcome back from the long break. I hope you guys all had a great time with family, friends, got some time to relax and just kind of enjoy yourself the last part of the year. Now that it's 2019, oh my goodness, I can't believe we're saying that already, but we're here. We're 2019 now. And so just some things I wanted to kind of go over real quick before we get started on today's topic. I really just wanted to let you know, now it's a good time to go through and really evaluate your marketing. I know I was kind of pitching that last month to really get vamped up and ready to go for this year now that we're actually here in 2019. So a couple of things you can do. There is this little checklist we have. This is an account review, or I shouldn't say an account review, but the checklist is kind of something you can use to get started. But I like to say that you could use this as an account review just to really make sure you're utilizing all the features, but you're also using it as a way to make sure all of your information is correct, everything looks good in your account. So what you can do here is you can use this checklist option. It will say, welcome to agent marketing. Here are some steps to help you get started. So you'll see that there's the checklist and it says get started here. When you click here, there's this little getting set up checklist. So I recommend using this, print this off, and just kind of go through this little top portion here, making sure you have your bio set up, that you have your automation set up for your properties. If you're a broker or loan officer, this is also a good opportunity for you to call your agents and use it as an excuse to talk to them. Just kind of checking in, saying, you know, what are your goals for this year? How can I help? How do you need me as your business partner, and kind of stuff like that. So you can use that as a way to get in touch with your agents and use it as a way to really just make sure you have everything set up in your account as well. So wanted to give you that as a quick little reminder. There are videos that go parallel with the checklist too. So if you want that as kind of a reminder or to kind of give you an overview on some of the features you need, you can use those as an option. And the other thing I wanted to show you with this here, we have the join the Facebook group. So I wanted to share this with you. The Facebook group is awesome because here you can bounce ideas off of each other. You can use it as a way to talk to other agent marketing users who are on the Facebook group. It is a closed group for agent marketing users only, so you'll be able to chat with other people who use the system, get some ideas, some help, some suggestions, and stuff like that. So when you click on learn more, there it takes you into Facebook. You can join the group, you can ask questions, you can all of that. I do supervise it and check it from time to time. So if you guys do have questions about the system, I jump in there sometimes and answer questions as well. So if you do that, but I really like that you guys are using it as a way to talk to each other and use it to your advantage that way. One last thing, we will be doing Craigslist Poster next week. So I'll show you how to go through and post your properties to Craigslist. So if you're interested in doing that, you'll be able to learn more about how to do the Craigslist poster, some of the top tools and whatnot. So other than that, we are just working on some new things. As those features become available, we'll definitely let you know. I know Emily has some really cool things up her sleeve that she's going to be rolling out. So once those come about, I will definitely let you know. All right, so getting started with today's topic, we're going to be going over the seller eCard and the property eCard. So I wanted to share these with you just because this is a fun little way for you to get not only the property out there, but it's a way for you to share it with friends and family if you want to share it with other agents. Also, the cool little seller's email that you'll be able to utilize. This is something that you can use to share with the sellers, and then they can view the text code and all of that information. So this is a really cool tool we have. So to get started with that, you're going to go to your property tab here over to the left-hand side. When you click on the property tab and you click on properties, this is going to be able to give you the option to go to the tools section. So you'll see for every property here, you have the tools, you'll see the little wrench, tools. These are all for all of your properties. So when you go to the property section and go to the tools, you're going to scroll down towards the bottom where it says property marketing tools. You'll see that there's a property eCard and a seller's email. Those are the two that we're going to be going over. So with the property eCard, we'll start here with this one since it's first. Now this is so great because what it does is this is going to allow you to customize any one of these 5 templates, It's going to create a nice little now available or just sold, any type of announcement that you want to create, and it will send it to you. And from there, you have this nice HTML formatted email that you can send off to whoever you want. So you can go through, I'm going to go through all the different templates here real quick so you can see. Layout one, it's pretty clean. You can go through and you can change out the colors. So here you'll see I kind of have that greenish teal color. If you are, say you're with Remax and you need to have a red color instead, you can go through and you can change out those different colors. If you want to add a background image, you can go through and you can change out the background color. So it would have the actual background image for you if that's something you want to do. With layout two, this one's going to be pretty similar, except you'll see that there's a little banner option. There is a sign that you can change. So if you want to do available, if you want to change it to sold, you can do that. So this one gives you the 3 options. I like this one because it shares your open house announcement. So you can even add in your own open house dates for this one, which is really, really nice. Layout 3, this one's my favorite one that we have. I like it because the colors on here just really stand out, and it's really pretty looking flyer or just listed eCard. So you can have this, you can change out the colors, change the text and all that, which I'll show you how to change out the text here in a second. And then layout 4, this one also is really nice. It's a pretty clean option, white background. You can go through and you can choose to add a background image. So if you want to change and add something in here, you definitely can do so. And then you can change out the main color text and all of that. So if you want to switch out those, obviously you'd make it a lot easier to read than what I did. But you have those options to be able to go do with those. And then layout 5, this one's going to have a dark background, and then it's going to have all the options on here. So the great thing with these templates that you have is all the options here that you see text, you can actually go through and you can change the text out. So the great thing is if you want to, instead of saying now available, if you want to change it to say pending sale, pending sale. And if you want to send this out, having it be a, oh goodness, I keep adding that. If you want to send this out, having this be a pended sale, you have that option. If you want to do, the cool thing is there's an email preview text. So it says sometimes shown below the subject of an email. So this is something that I know some inboxes allow to have like a little preview. So you can put a preview text there if you want to. If you need to change out the address here, I like to have the address, but if you wanted to add like Laguna Beach on here and then maybe just say priced at, you can rearrange the text here and have it be whatever you want. Same with the description. This is going to pull the description that you have created in the actual property website. So if you want to change the description up and have it be something a little bit different, you can definitely do that too. The feature section, this is a cool little feature. If you want to add more features to it, you can go through and you can add in and change out these little features. If you want to change 4-car garage, if you want to get rid of them, you can do that too. So it gives you those options. You can add more features on here if you want to. So you can do that. You have these little in the market for something, let's chat. There's the email and see my listing. So that's on there. And then it does automatically populate with your information on here. This is pulled from your profile. So if you need to edit and customize that information, you'll just simply click on edit. And then from there, you can go through and edit that information. So this is not going to be something that you can customize. You would have to do so through your actual profile. Also with this one too, you'll see that there's certain sections here that you can turn on and off for all the different options. So if you want to turn the main image off and just have it be some information, which I always think you should have a photo. People love photos, so it just kind of gives, paints the picture in their head when you have the photos. If you want to do additional images, you can have more images on there. So I always like that. The more pictures, the better. If you want to turn that feature list off, you can. So you'll see here features off on. And then if you want to turn that contact bar off and just have your info on there too, you can do that. So all of these options, you'll see with every single layout, there's going to be different options and different things that you can change. So with this one here, for instance, there's a lot more photos. So you can change out some of this info if you don't want all of that on there, or maybe you want that one and not that one. So you can choose to go through and really change out the information and make it your own. So once you've had all of your changes done, what you can do is there's the send email option. So you can do this. This is going to go directly to your inbox. So this is going to be something that you can send out from your email personally. So it's going to be a nice embedded email. So if you click on send email, it will send it to whichever email you have on file. So whatever emails through here in your profile, that's what the email is going to send to through your actual agent marketing account. So you'll see there. So that's the seller's, or I'm sorry, that's the property eCard. So again, this is kind of like an announcement that you want to send out. It's really up to you on the template you use, the information you want to customize on here, but we do give you a lot of the different options for you to be able to utilize and something that you can choose to use and change and customize. The other option you have down at the under the tools section is going to be the seller's email. Now this isn't really much customization, but I always like to point this out just because this is a great little email that you can send out to the sellers. Now the reason why this is so important is because you want to share the information with the sellers. So you want to share with them all of the information that they're going to be having for their properties or for their listing that you're going to be advertising for them. So it's going to give them the property website. They can click here for the virtual tour. They can view the QR code, but this is also just telling them that you're giving them a QR code too. It's going to provide them with the text code. So this is something you want to share with them and show with them, because the reason why you want to share this with them is this is your lead generation. So if you get those property business cards or anything like that that has the text code, the more people that text, the more leads you're going to get. So that's why that's really important to make sure that you have that available and have that on there. Then it is going to be branding with your information. So this is good. It's letting them know that you're sending out emails, that you're sharing the listing, really giving them a lot of good information so they can view the more info about the house. When you click on send, what it's going to do is it's going to send it to your email so you can forward this on to them. The reason why we send it to your email is because then from there you can make sure everything looks good and all of that before you go and send it off to them. So through the tool section too, if you have time, I recommend going through. Again, this is going to be the little wrench icon for all of your properties here. So you'll see that you have tools, 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 all of that. So when you're going through and you're using this, go through and look at all the different options that you have for the tools, just because there's a lot of good information and a lot of different good things that you'll be able to have in this. So I really, really like to share that with you just so you have all of that information available. So here, let me go through. It looks like there's a bunch of questions coming in, so I'm going to open it up here. So Susan, yeah, once you've changed that color, so if you go through and you make the changes, you can go through and what you want to do when you've made the changes, make sure you hit that send button so it does save the changes for you. So if you go back through, so I'm going to change out the colors here, so I'll show you exactly how it works. So I'm going to say that I'm going to use this blue color, and then I'm going to keep all of this on here. I'll add the additional info, and then if I hit send, it's going to say eCard check your inbox. So from there, it should save everything so you have it. And then you can even go through if you wanted to create one of each, then what it would do is it will save it for you. So you could go through and you can create all these different options. So if you want to add in your open house dates and then hit the send email option, I always recommend kind of going through there and sending them just so you have it in your inbox too. And then it would save that, because once it sends to you, nothing's going to change too. Let's see. If we use a different email in the system, how can we send the property card? Well, if you have your email in here, so under the email, when you go to your account, you just want to make sure that it's this email here. So this is where we'll send that email to. So wherever, if you go into your edit and put that email in here and then send the email, and then you can change it back if need to. But this is where that email would send to. Unfortunately, there's no way of changing that right now, but that's where all of that information would be. So you just want to make sure whatever email you have here in your profile, that's going to be where it sends it off to. You would have to redo the colors for each property. So if you want to go through and customize it for each property, that would be something you would need to do. Having it be for all of the properties, that would be you would have to do each individual one. Let's see. If you use an email marketing provider, I wonder, would you be able to send the email to yourself and then they can take that email and send it? That would be an option for you. Or if you use an email provider, another option for you to do if they ask you to do the HTML format. We don't really have an email HTML option, but there is the single, where is it, the classified HTML. So if you wanted to use this instead, this would create a nice little posting title that you can use. So that would be an option if you have an outsourcing for email. So I know people have used that in the past. Let's see. Sorry, just reading through some of the questions. Can the developers have an option to then send the email to the client after we've proofed the seller's email? No, unfortunately, not right now. I can suggest it, but we send it to you so that way you can proof it, and then from there you would be able to send it out. So we would have no way of knowing if it's approved or not. So you would unfortunately just kind of have to send it on your own. That's why we do it that way, so you can review everything, make sure everything looks good, but it's going to be all of your changes that you make through the system. So everything else should remain the same and look good and be the same for you. Did you guys have any other questions about the seller's email or the property e-card? For those of you who did tune in a little late as well, next week we will be going over the Craigslist poster. This week's a little short and sweet, not too much to talk about the property e-card, but I highly recommend going through and creating a couple of the different emails and play around with it. And then from there, what you can do is send those out using that a way to kind of announce that you've got a new listing or one's pending or one's sold, stuff like that. So that's always something that's really cool and a good option to have. And then again, for those of you who are new to What's Up Wednesday, this is recorded, so we will add it to the YouTube channel. If you need to have access to the YouTube channel, on the What's Up Wednesday tile, there is this little Missed It option. So you can click Missed It, and it does take you to all of the recordings. So you have that as the option. Where do I access the eCard? So what you'll do is you go to the Property tab. You click on Properties. You'll go to the Tools section here. And when you click on Tools, you'll be able to scroll down towards the bottom and you'll see the Property eCard. The Property eCard and the seller's email are two different things. So when you go to Tools and you scroll down, you'll see the Property eCard is going to be kind of more of an announcement. You can definitely send this to the sellers if you want to, but I highly recommend sending the sellers the HTML formatted email. So you'll see that the Property eCard and the seller's email are both going to be separate here. So you can choose to do that. All right, guys. So it looks like that's it for questions. If you guys think of anything else, our support hotline number is at the top of our website. So feel free to give us a call. We can answer any questions you may have. There's also this little chat feature down here at the bottom. So if you have any questions, just let us know, okay? Again, thank you guys so much for attending. Happy New Year. We really appreciate each one of you, value each one of you. So if you guys think of any questions or anything, feel free to give us a call. Join in on the Facebook group as well if you haven't done so already. For those of you who've added us in right now, I'll go through and get you approved on here so you can start asking away. Thanks again, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, everyone.